Welcome to another edition of the Wranglers Roundup, talking Northern Arizona Wranglers football. And now, here's your host, James Poovey, Ed Cole, and Kevin Derryberry. Let's ride.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome inside the Colt Grill here in Prescott Valley, Arizona. My name is James Poovey, coming to you alongside my broadcast partners, Mr. Ed Cole and Kevin Derryberry. It's time for another edition of the Wranglers Roundup. So glad you joined us here this evening from beautiful Prescott Valley, Arizona. Guys, this is our last show of the year, and it's going to be a fun one. We got a lot of special guests on with us this evening. Head coach Landrick Brody is going to join us. We're also going to be joined by defensive lineman zeke Coven Henderson. We've got kicker Brandon Fisher, a local guy, joining us.
Yes.
And who else do we got on the show with us tonight, guys?
And we have Mr. Rob Brown, running back for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, going to join us. Star-studded show, folks. We spared no expense to give you the last show with almost unlimited talent.
All the big guns are out here tonight. Yes, indeed. Rob Brown, zeke Coven Henderson, Coach Brody, and Brandon Fisher join us here this evening. So let's not waste any time, guys. Ed, we're going to have you tell us a little bit about our hosting sponsor, the Colt Grill, as we bring on head coach Landrick Brody here momentarily.
Absolutely. If you're looking for an amazing and fun dining experience here in Prescott Valley, the place where I'm right here right now, the Colt Grill is the spot for you. The menu here at Colt Grill is as jam-packed as the actual dishes they serve you. They've got burgers, pulled pork, baby back ribs, brisket, which comes in many different forms, mind you, turkey, chicken, tacos, and a whole lot more. Oh, and here's the topper. They also have a sweet treats menu for all of you who love great desserts. This is a place that is absolutely booming. They've gotten awards from the Verde Independent News for the best barbecue, Reader's Choice in 2019. Just to name a few. Verde Valley News also, best barbecue, the Reader's Choice. They got kudos. They're one of National Geographic's Map Guide destinations. So this ought to tell you that this is a quality organization, a quality restaurant that you need to come to. Oh, and it's in 3 different locations. Here in Prescott Valley, the building we're in, Old Town Cottonwood, one coming in downtown Prescott, and a 4th one that's on the way in Sedona. So go online to www.coltgrill.com to get a better look at the menus and locations that I just mentioned. And if you're in the need of someone to cater an upcoming event for you, the great folks here at the Colt Grill can take care of that too.
Thank you, Ed, for that wonderful information right there on our host sponsor, the Colt Grill. And let me tell you, the food here is delicious. I just got through with a brisket sandwich. I was just telling Coach Brody, he said he hadn't tried the tacos yet, but I said I can't seem to get off the brisket and even get over to the burger. But everything here is really outstandingly good.
Coach, so the first week, Coach, I had the smoked turkey tacos. Unbelievable.
Really?
Yes.
See, I need to get there. I'm like Ed. I'm like James over here. I'm still stuck on the brisket chain, man.
Oh, man. The brisket is off the chain.
Oh, wow.
I can't fault you for that.
So, obviously, Coach, last weekend in Albuquerque, not the result we wanted to, but we are on to Massachusetts. We got another home game coming up this weekend. Talk about practice this morning. How was the mood at practice? And then what was the mood, after the trip? This game, obviously, over the weekend just happened yesterday, so a really fresh loss for the team, unfortunately.
Yeah, we actually just were fresh off of that bus ride last night, so we didn't practice today. Today is kind of a day for those guys to go in and get treatment and those type of things, get those bodies back intact to start practice. It was a rough one for us, man. Another part of our learning process. We're to the point where our guys are competitive, man. We got caught behind a pretty explosive team. But we learn from everything. Everything like that we use as learning lessons, man. We're a growing organization, a growing team. I know my guys will be out there ready to compete again this week because that's the type of guys we have, man.
And I liked how things started off, at least with Cam Pruitt, got the INT of Nate Davis, and then the special teams played really strong on that first special teams return by Dello Davis. They tackled him in the end zone. So things started off strong. And even though the score, 71-11, that's clearly not what we wanted. That's not the outcome we wanted. The guys still played hard, Coach Brody, and you know they're going to play until the very last second for you and for this organization.
No doubt. It's a process, man. We've been saying this from the beginning. It's a process, and we use it. Like I said, we use everything as a learning tool. That's behind us, man. We own to the Pirates this week.
Talk about Coach. Go ahead, Kev. You got something for Coach Brody.
Coach Brody, I'm going to take it back to Tucson, and it was a triple overtime game. It was a thriller. And you were down there on the field, coach him up. And at one point early on in the contest, you were kind of letting the crowd know that the Northern Arizona Wranglers were in the house and we were here to play for 4 quarters of football.
Yes.
I wanted to let you know I really enjoyed your approach that night, your moxie, and your just the idea, the fire that you possessed from the belly, from within there. But then they started to throw a couple things your way, what we call projectiles. And you did a nice job there of bobbing and weaving there. But just take us back to that game and what you were feeling like when you had those strong vibes when the team played really well.
That was a pretty fun game, man. I try to always encourage our guys to go out and have fun, and I try to have a little bit of fun myself. You know what I'm saying?
And that's fantastic.
Yes,
and I think the
is.
team feeds off that positive energy, Coach.
Yeah, no doubt, man. That's kind of how this game goes. I tell these guys all the time, it's a percentage of this game that's in motion, and that percentage is important.
So, Coach, what have you learned about yourself being the head coach now? You're taking over the reins. This is your organization. You are running this thing as the head coach of the Northern Arizona Wranglers. What have you learned over the last couple of weeks as this process has changed for you?
Just being able to implement what I've been mentored to do, man, from a Coach B standpoint. I always try to implement those things I was taught from that standpoint, and it's a growing process as far as me molded into my personality. You know, like I said, there's always people that mentor you, that bring you along the way, but there's a certain point in time where you have to implement your type of style, your attitude, your energy, and that's been the biggest learning process for me. You know, instead of being a guy that stepped back, I have to be the guy that takes more of the forefront in this whole situation. That's been the biggest part of the learning process.
And when did you feel comfortable implementing your own stuff, as you mentioned, actually taking this upon your own and putting your own stamp on this football team?
It takes time, man. It doesn't happen overnight. You know, the first couple of weeks were kind of shaky and rocky for me, but it became a point in time where I understood and these guys understood, and I saw that they were behind me. They had my back and I had theirs. So, you know, that's once we got to that point, things started to kind of roll, and we started to be to the point where we're competitive, you know.
Coach, we have 2 games here left in the regular season, both of those at home here at the Findlay Toyota Center. I don't think it's too soon to start thinking about the offseason. What kind of preparations will you have in place to get these guys ready for the next campaign? Are they going to be able to stay kind of around and be able to work out together, or what does that sort of look like in the offseason?
Like always, man, you'll see a lot of these teams, the centerpieces of this organization, of course, we'll try to bring back some more familiarity to us. Us being an expansion team, we got a good opportunity to get some young guys some experience. Our coaching staff grew as well. Coach Dave started calling the defense a few weeks ago, man, and we've grown as a staff. It's a couple of pieces we need to add here and there, of course. As you know, it's part of the growing process, but we're looking forward to it.
As tough as it is that one good thing that comes from being an expansion team, that you can take those kind of liberties and you can kind of go out on a limb and try different things that you may or may not have in a more established organization that's kind of regimented on what they want to do?
Yeah, I would say the bright spot of this, man, you've seen there was some guys that and it's true to coaching. Like you hear coaches say this in a lot of situations. We've had some rookies that have grown into veterans over the course of the season, and that's going those reps that opportunity they've had, those reps they had, the memory they'll have going into next season. Like it's no better teacher than reps, man. It's no better teacher than being in the fire, being able to play the games. And we've had a bunch of young kids, man. I was looking at it last week. We had out of the all 4 receivers we had this past week, none of those guys, none of the 3 out of the 4 had playing experience until this year. You know, you look at these guys, they've had games gained. So they're almost to the point where they've played 12 games, and that experience is going to carry over for those guys into the next year. And you can see the time has changed. The timing clicks in certain situations. Like we've had injuries along the way, man. J.J. Brinya Hop, that one hurt us a little bit as far as timing, because you can see that he had developed sort of a relationship with our quarterback. So as the other receivers that have come along, man. But that's a part of the process. Like I said, that experience is going to be huge for them going into the future.
Yes, sir.
Landon Brody, our guest. Coach, every coach has a unique time in practice where there's like a signature moment in practice where something doesn't necessarily go how you drew it up, and then you've got to put the Landrick Brody stamp on it, whether it be let's hold the phone here, and then you show them how you want to get down to that 3 technique, or you punt a ball into the stands, or you knock over a cooler. Have you had any kind of a signature moment in practice that we could all have some fun with?
Kev, man, you know, I like to tell these guys I still got a little bit of juice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah,
Coach. You're young enough to get down there in that stance.
Yes, sir.
I hop in the jet sweep line every now and then.
Okay. All right. Show them how to run the hoop here and there, Coach, if necessary. All right.
Hey, Jacob Benegas told us, I think he was a 4'8", 40 guy, and he's a big dude, 300 pounds. So you're not anywhere near that, Coach. You're very svelte, but just saying, you could probably get a little scoots of your own, I'm sure.
Yeah, I got a little. Hey, I've never been a fast 40 guy. I'm not gonna lie to you, Kevin. My best 40 time was probably 4.7 with the wind at my back.
Downhill, right, Coach?
Downhill too, yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, good stuff. Head coach Landrick Brody, our guest here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers Roundup. Thanks so much for joining us, Coach. We appreciate you taking the time. And the time with you is always appreciated and always enjoyed as well.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys, man.
Sure, KD.
Trey Medlock was here earlier. It was great to see Trey hugging his players. And you know, Landrick, I just want to mention to you the character in this room from a coaching perspective to all the players top to bottom. Great support here tonight after really a tough weekend. But it's a testament to the character in this room. I think you got some quality people here, some high character individuals. And you talk about a base to build around. I think the future is really bright.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it. I believe so. I believe the same thing as well, man.
No question.
Good stuff here with head coach Landrick Brody of the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Thanks again for your time, Coach. Always appreciate it, and we will see you again this Saturday at the Findlay Toyota Center.
Sunday.
Oh, Sunday. That's right. Sunday against the
If
Massachusetts
you can show up on Saturday if you want to.
3:05 p.m., right?
You'll be the only one there.
That'd be nice and early, wouldn't it?
In fact, one point about that, fellas, we will be playing 2 games within 7 days. So we've got that Sunday tilt, and then we'll turn around and come back up the hill here for the finale on Saturday against the Sugar Skulls, who we want to, you know, we owe them one more time. We got that one win, but payback here coming in our barn for that decisive rubber game, if you will.
Yeah, no doubt. We one step at a time, man. We're trying to go 1-0 this week. Massachusetts, we'll worry about it. We'll worry about them next week, but we got the Pirates coming into town on Sunday, so be there or be square, Kevin.
We'll be there.
It. We will
Sunday.
be there.
Sunday,
3:05 p.m., and that game can be viewed on the Indoor Football League YouTube channel. We'll have the call for you from the Findlay Toyota Center. And speaking of Findlay Toyota, Ed is going to tell us right now about our friends at Findlay Toyota in Prescott as we prepare to have Zeke, Coven, Henderson join Kevin over on the side.
Absolutely. Findlay Toyota Prescott serves Prescott, Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, and Cottonwood. They've got a huge inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles. Whatever you want, they've got it. Nothing but the best technicians in the business provides you the best maintenance money can buy. The dealership has a comprehensive parts department, so you're insured to have the highest quality parts in your vehicle when it's time for it to get serviced. Findlay Toyota's won multiple awards, including the President's Award from Toyota Motor Sales, Car Guru's Top Rated Dealer Award for 2021, Carfax's Top Rated Dealer for 2020, and the 2019 Consumer Satisfaction Award from Dealer Rater. You can get pre-qualified in a matter of seconds, either online at www.findlaytoyotaprescott.com or in person with their top-notch sales personnel. Folks, I can talk forever about Findlay Toyota Prescott, but you've got to go check it out for yourself. So many different ways you can check it out and get information and get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle, whatever your heart desires. Again, visit www.findlaytoyotaprescott.com, in person at 3200 Willow Creek Road in Prescott, or call them at 888-834-0165.
Great stuff right there, Ed. Let's send it over to our pal KDB. He is with defensive lineman Zeke Coven Henderson.
Thank you, fellas. Big Z joining me here at the table. Zeke Coven Henderson, 6'2", 300, man. I tell you what, not to be confused, not ever to be confused with Vernon Saintville. Come on now.
Never to be confused with Vernon. Y'all know that, man.
We know that. I mean, we had this on the pregame in Tucson. We're like, come on now, we got to get this straight now. But Big Z, welcome to the show. Congratulations on really a very successful campaign for you.
Yeah, man, it's been okay. It ain't been as best as I wanted it to be.
Sure.
It can get better.
Well, we're going to get into a few things here, but let's just go back to the block kick. Recently, you got up there in Tucson and just put one down. Get up there, a little elevation. that you up there wreaking havoc, blocking kicks and making things difficult on that kick game?
I just got to give credit to Coach Moran, man.
Okay.
All the preparation that he put in for special teams during the week, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Tim Parker, my kicker, you know what I'm saying? Just like basically telling me to make a play, you know what I'm saying? And scheming me to make a play. I just give props to them.
Well, Zeke Coven, that's fantastic to give that kudos, to pass it around. Ultimately, you did make the play, but what I find to be really interesting about your game is your background. Texas A&M, College Station, playing in front of 100,000 fans. Go from the locker room to the tunnel, out to the field, out to the gridiron. What is an experience like that to enter a stadium with 100,000 fans all on the same page?
Well, I come from Texas where, you know, football big anyway.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, playing for Longview High School with John King, we play on the highest level in the playoffs. We compete every year. So we go play at Waco. We go play at the Texas Stadium. So, I mean, coming to A&M, it wasn't that much big of a change. I didn't really like pay attention to the crowd. I played for the crowd.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I can't be out there watching 100,000. They watching me.
They watching you.
You see what I'm saying? So I made like my vision like tunnel vision.
So you stay focused.
Stay focused.
What I find to be interesting is that we already have the Dallas Cowboys have a Hollywood Henderson, and that's a prominent name. But you have a little Hollywood in your game and your name and your personality. So I don't know if we can have another Hollywood Henderson, but Zeke Coven, you have answered the part and been gracious to us. Longview High School in Texas, you know, I did write that down. Everything is bigger in Texas. And
better would have died.
Yes. Well, at one point for John King, you were all district 12-5A. What was it like, and what were some of the experiences and the takeaways with Coach King, how he kind of prepared you for that next level to play in college in the SEC of all places?
Playing for John King is like playing for a college coach in itself because our program's so structured. We have mandatory lifts, mandatory runs, like camp, boot camp, all type of stuff, you know, just to get us ready for the season. And if you make it on that 11-11, you're a hell of a player for John King.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is. If you make a starting job for John King, you're going to have to be top-notch.
Again, this is at the high school level, so we're talking about playing at the highest level in the great state of Texas. I mean, Zeke Coven Henderson, he did the part. And then your two biggest games statistically at A&M, Auburn and LSU. You don't get any bigger than those opponents.
Nah, you don't. And then to bring back memories, I actually played against my teammate Darius James. He played at Auburn, so he was the right tackle.
Okay.
So I played against him.
Of course, Darius James, a teammate here with the Wranglers. Guys?
Zeke Coven, you being a former Texas high school football player there with the Longview Lobos, you understand how, like you talked about, the importance of even just making the starting squad on a team as big and rich in tradition as Longview. Talk about your favorite memory as a Lobo and then your favorite memory playing on Kyle Field at A&M.
My favorite memory as a Lobo, I had a 55-yard block punt for a touchdown.
Who was it against?
It was against North Mesquite.
Oh.
So it was a district game with 55-yard touchdown. That's probably my best memory in high school.
We need some tape on that. I'd like to see that. The big fella getting down there.
And then my best memory playing at A&M against Ole Miss in 2016, 2017, I made a strip sack fumble against the quarterback, and it was the ESPN SEC commercial for like 3 years.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. Going back to that Hollywood script right there.
That's it.
So, Z, talk about that SEC, your experience playing at the upper echelon of college football. What did that do to get you prepared for moving into the indoor football league and moving it into this level? How did playing at the highest of levels at the college football tier get you ready for this?
I mean, you're playing against the best of the best every week. Week in and week out, you have to be on your game because anything can happen on the football field. You go down, it's next man up at that level because it's 10 of you. So, you know what I'm saying? It's 10 D linemen, 10 D tackles. So, to make your way up to the top and to have anything alter anything, you know what I'm saying? It'll be a worst case scenario. But playing at that level really prepared me for a lot of life. Football is like, it unfolds a lot about life. It teaches you a lot about life, responsibility and stuff like that. So, I mean, playing at that level, you have to be on your game every week. So don't know how much you ever put it. You mean you going against the first-round guards, first-round tackles every week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You're going against the best of the best. So, I mean, you got to be the best of the best.
Yeah, so you're going against NFL talent every week.
Yeah, for sure. At practice, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
The SEC, no better conference in all of college football, no question about that. We talk about fraternities an awful lot, say Coven. The offensive linemen, they kind of hang together. The D linemen do the same thing. We can see our kickers, they like to hang out a little bit together. But the fraternities in football, in the indoor football league, what's it been like to hang out with your teammates, and what is it that you guys do differently than the other guys as far as maybe how you recreate or you spend your off time or how you prepare or watch film, or what's the defensive lineman's type fraternity like?
Well, really, as of late, we've been trying to be more of in cahoots because it ain't really been many. It's just been me and Eric Sadler.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? And our Mac linebacker was playing defensive end. So, I mean.
Russell?
Yeah, Russell.
Yeah.
So, I mean, me and Eric really tight. Like, you know what I'm saying? We do everything together.
Okay. You and Sads?
Huh?
You and Eric Sadler?
Yeah, me and Eric Sadler. Hey, they call Eric Sad.
I said Sads.
But, yeah,
Oh,
me
no.
and Eric Sadler, man, we got a great relationship. We work out together. That's my workout partner. I actually just had to get him off rubber bands.
Oh.
Okay.
And put him on weights. So,
Right.
I mean, it's been making a difference, too. I mean,
You
you can
know,
see it in his play.
Zed-
He just started lifting weights 3 weeks ago.
Is that right?
He
He's a
got
big
2
dude.
sacks, 3 weeks. To put
a
the weights on,
no-brainer.
they got- Come on, man.
You got to spend that time in the
Results.
in the
the
gym
weight
there.
room.
Got to push those plates.
Zane Jones, he's on his way out tonight. Just had a big meal. Said he's going to go get a lift on and then head home to the family. But everyone picks their spots when they're going to get that work in. And LaDainian Tomlinson used to say, a real man gets his work in when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
You guys take that approach a little bit too?
I mean, for sure you take that approach. I mean, what you do when no one's watching is character. So, I mean, you build yourself off of that. You know, that don't got nothing to do with nobody else. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So, I mean, to compete with yourself every day, make yourself better every day. That should be a goal.
How did Zeke Coven Henderson get here to Prescott Valley?
How I got here, during camp, y'all had a defensive end here named Cardell Best. And I trained with Cardell Best in Dallas with Derek Tucker, former defensive tackle from the Cardinals. And he was my trainer. And I'm just working at the lumberyard. I end up hitting up Cardell Best. I was like, hey, I see you playing ball. Where you at? He was like, I'm in Arizona. I said, I'm trying to come play ball. He was like, they need you. So, shoot. Long story short, I hit up Coach Bramante, shot my film to him, and the rest was history. I've been here since week 1.
Who contacted you first from the Wranglers?
Nobody. I contacted the Wranglers.
You did.
Oh.
You went out and got your own job.
Yeah.
That's
how,
fantastic.
Hey, that's how you do it, man.
Nah, for
I'm
real.
with you.
Take
That's
the
how you do
initiative.
it. That's right.
It's called a leap of faith.
That's
That's
exactly right, my friend.
Got to go for it.
Exactly right.
Zay, how have you grown as a man over these last couple of months since you got here?
I mean, it's been really, really hard because I've been away from my family. You know what I'm saying? I got a little one. I just had a baby on Christmas Eve of 20.
Oh, wow.
Oh, congratulations,
Congrats.
brother.
Appreciate it. So being away from my family has been hard. And then, you know, like financially, we don't make much. So it'd be kind of hard to take care of home and stuff. So, I mean, it helped me grow as far as sacrificing. Knowing, like, you got to give up something to get to where you want to be.
Right.
And knowing that the IFL is just my stepping stone and where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I got to sacrifice time, everything, finances, everything. You know, it's a sacrifice right now.
If you got a call from an NFL squad,
I'll
what
be
squad
gone.
would you want it to be? Would that one up in the Rocky Mountains?
It
or
don't
what-
even matter.
It doesn't matter.
There's no pondering here. Zeke Coven would take that call and make travel
Why does
arrangements
it always have to come
immediately.
back
Hello?
to the Broncos?
Hey, Marin, I holler
I
at
didn't
y'all.
say
Boy,
that,
y'all
you
need
did,
tickets
though.
to the game, Marin? Nah, for real.
Too much fun.
So what is the next step for Zeke Coven Henderson? Do you have an agent, or how does that process work? Obviously the National Football League, they began camps. They've been in the camp for a couple weeks now. They're starting to we've had our first preseason game, but do you have to, again, make those calls yourself, or do you have somebody actively working for you, Zeke Coven?
Well, nah, I'm actually well connected. Like Aggie Network, I got agent. I also got family members that are in the agent field.
Okay.
So, I mean, me getting back out here, this is my first time in 2 years playing ball. since being with the Cleveland Browns. So, I mean.
Did you happen to see DJ in camp?
I ain't see DJ.
DJ Calhoun, he was in camp with the Browns for a short time.
When?
Probably a couple years back. After his year, he was drafted. He was an undrafted free agent with the Brownies.
I was too. I went in 18. I think DJ a year younger than me.
Could very well be.
Yeah.
Might have crossed paths at some point.
Maybe.
But the NFL is the ultimate goal. Being outside is the ultimate goal. Like, what am I here for? You know what I'm saying? I need a strive. I need something to strive for. Like, this is my stepping stone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like, I ain't been playing ball for 2 years. Get my shot, come out here, do what I can do what I do best. Play ball, you know what I'm saying? Somebody give me a shot, they do. If they don't, I'm going to be back here next year.
For a lot of your teammates, the defensive backs, the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, everyone's kind of had a different approach to playing the game indoor versus the outdoor. For a big fellow like yourself, you can play on the interior, nose guard, defensive line, anywhere on the edge. What's been the transition for you? How challenging has it been from playing on the outside to now taking your game indoors?
The challenge would be the speed of the game.
Okay.
It's so much faster because the field is so much smaller. And, like, you don't have the width.
Right.
You don't have the length. So, I mean.
The space isn't there anymore.
There's no spacing. So, everything is now. That's why it's a 80% pass and 20% running league, too. Because you can't get no running going with 3-on-3 if your men can't block.
We're going to ask Rob Brown about that here in a little bit.
Yeah. Rob, don't do that, boy. Don't do that, boy. I'm telling you, boy, that's a setup, boy. No.
See, Zay Coven, you've got all kinds of Hollywood in you. You are ready for basically doing what we do. But James, what do you got? You ready for the little quick draw here with our man Zay Coven Henderson?
I think you're ready, man. Hit it.
Let me go ahead and hit that.
Going to be abbreviated version, if you will.
Way back in the frontier days of the old wild, wild west, where the settlers would settle and the outlaws would roam the rugged terrain of the Southwest from town to town, saloon to saloon, one would always have to be ready for the unknown, and at any time, you had to be ready for the old quick draw.
Hey, that's
Man.
They busting shots today.
Nah, we out here.
Little quick draw with Zay Coven Henderson. All right, let's go easy. Some of the guys, Russell Williams was taking some of the fellas, and they're going to go play some video games. If you had to play a video game, you going to go Xbox or PS5?
Man, I'm going PS5 with my boys Rob and Bert on the Apex.
On the Apex. It's done. It's done. It is done. What's the game of choice?
Apex.
We know the game of choice, Apex. Okay. All right, right now, who's dominating in that living room, wherever you guys are playing? Who's taking care of business?
I got to say my boy Rob.
Robbie Brown. Okay.
Listen, I like his style of play. He's the front line. Bert, he be trying to sit back, scope your eye, trying to survive. We go head first.
You got to be aggressive, right? Take the initiative.
Go head first.
All right.
It's kind of all relative to your position, right, Zay?
Yeah.
That's right.
So
That's what I'm saying. Teach you about life.
Everybody's got their role.
Texas always gets the appreciation for how big Texas is, and your go-to favorite food item out of the state of Texas. Maybe from Mom, maybe something that Melissa Henderson's put together for you.
Look, my mama, she ain't even a cook.
Okay.
See, my daddy the cook.
Shreg?
Okay.
Craig.
Yeah.
Funky spelling. Look at that spelling. Craig?
What's the CH sound?
Craig.
Man.
Set me up for that.
Yeah, but my dad, man, he's a cook, great cook. My favorite meal of all time, crawfish etouffee.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Just simple as
Yes,
that.
sir.
Little
Yes, sir.
seafood.
Crawfish etouffee. I'm real seafood. Like,
All right.
I grew up in Louisiana
Yes.
before I moved back to Texas in 7th grade.
Okay.
So being down south with my granny in Metairie.
A little Cajun background, huh?
Yeah, my grandpa, full-blown Cajun. Creole people.
Say Coven Henderson, last concert you went to.
The last concert I went to, like what kind of concert?
Any concert you went to.
Hey, man.
Give it to us straight now.
the last concert I went to.
He probably slipped
Key
into
Glock.
like a
Nope, it was a year ago in Phoenix. I performed before Key Glock and Young Dolph.
You performed yourself?
Yeah, I rap.
Oh, you do a little rapping.
Yeah, I'm all over you can just type in my name.
Well,
We
we
might
talk about.
not get to Fish and Rob Brown tonight. I'm glad we can go long on this.
Yeah.
Tonight. Go ahead.
Nah,
Go ahead. We're just kidding.
Hey, nah,
We're just kidding.
bro, yeah, wow. Hey, they know I make music, though. You can ask them I really make music.
Well, I'm going to ask Rob Brown how your music sounds for one. That's one of the quick draws for him. he won't even be a long answer. He just doesn't have that much time.
Yeah,
but
because he's going to say
you
sucks.
here again, we got this vision that Zeke, Coven, Henderson could do some things in this world, and it's not just on the gridiron, but get a little rap in you. We know you got the personality, but you could put a microphone on and get your way through this process.
Nah, for sure.
All right, last one for you. Cowboys or Texans? You have an NFL club.
I don't even have an NFL team. I'm gonna tell you, you can't make me pick between the two home state teams.
No, you wouldn't go that way because usually it's one or the other.
See, I don't even pick neither one of them though.
Not at all.
Not at all. See, I'll be the guy just be like, my favorite team is whoever picked me up.
Okay, and I was thinking that same thing. If the Eagles called tomorrow, that'd be your favorite team.
That's my favorite best team in the
All right.
world.
Yes.
So let's just take that Eagle theme. Your favorite defensive lineman, any player that you would emulate your game.
Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp, 99.
I can see
My
that.
favorite player.
And our buddy
I've read every book about him.
Hall of Famer.
Jacob Benegas. We want to welcome Jacob to the roster. He's going to wear 99 for the Wranglers. So, all right, my last one for you. Oh, I already talked to you about this, but 92 at College Station for the Aggies. But here it's 74. What's the drill there?
Man, Coach Moran.
David Moran again at the top, at the focus of our conversation.
Coach Moran gave all the good numbers away.
Oh,
and then
burn.
He gonna call me after meetings and say, "Hey, come pick your jersey number." I say, "Pick a jersey." When y'all pick jerseys this morning?
Come on,
Only
Coach.
size left, 74. You know what I said?
I'll take
It
it.
ain't about the number, it's about who playing in it.
Absolutely.
That's right.
That's right.
And you've worn 74 the right way, Zeke
Nah,
Coven.
for real.
We appreciate you. Zeke Coven Henderson, our guest here.
Absolutely. Good stuff, Zay
on the
Coven.
program.
Appreciate
All
you
right,
joining
thank y'all
us.
for having me.
Thank you,
Defensive
sir.
lineman for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, Zay Coven Henderson. Ed is going to tell us a little bit about Findlay GMC while we bring on our kicker, Brandon Fisher, here momentarily. Let's get that going right now. There we go.
At Findlay GMC, you've got to discover the Findlay advantage in Prescott as the vehicles they sell, the customer service they provide in the top to bottom and inside and out maintenance their technicians provide is simply unbelievable. Findlay GMC has a vehicle inventory, both new and pre-owned, as far as the eye can see. So whatever your heart desires, when it comes to your new ride, Findlay GMC can deliver. The men and women at Findlay GMC are all about ensuring you have a hassle-free buying experience. So they offer what's called the black tie experience, which is concierge service at its highest form. It goes across the board with their sales, service, and their collision center. You can pre-qualify for financing either on their website or you can visit them in person and get the quick and easy process started. Check out www.findlaybuickgmc.com. Call their sales department at 928-202-4752 or visit their showroom at 1006 Commerce Drive in Prescott.
Ed, thank you so much for that wonderful stuff there on Findlay GMC, a proud partner of the Northern Arizona Wranglers. We are now going to send it back over to our pal KDB. He is standing by with kicker Brandon Fisher. Take it away, gentlemen.
Brandon Fisher joins us here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers Report. Brandon, welcome in. How are you, my friend? Fantastic. Let's give you a little volume. It works a lot better. How's that sound now?
Sounds good.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Coming in hot for just a
There
second
we go.
right there.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of amps and a lot of goodies and gadgets over here that just help make this sound so pristine and so clean, and it does sound real good. Brandon, you've been working on that practice squad for most of the season. They called your number here just a couple of weeks ago. You made your debut on the road against the Tucson Sugar Skulls, and you had quite a debut, my friend. 5 for 5 at one point before that one kick at the end. But congratulations to you on your success. And what was that experience like, just kind of waiting for your turn?
I mean, it's a process. I mean, I've been working pretty hard at the kicking game for the past year, and to get in that game was a great opportunity, and I was glad that I was able to do well in that game.
First one, man, you just kind of good snap, good hold, and you just drilled it right through the uprights. It was something that obviously you've done quite a bit in your career. You did it quite well for Coach Moran at Bradshaw Mountain, but it looked like it was effortless for you. No thinking involved there, just kind of go up there and react to it, huh?
Right, yeah. I mean, kicking comes pretty naturally to me. I played soccer all my life, so this is just a couple different fundamental changes, and Yeah.
We talk about a lot of the great teammates here, and I know Tim Parker has worked as the starter up until the last couple of games. What's that relationship like with Timmy, and how has he kind of mentored you and kind of made things easier for you once you got your opportunity? It seems like he's done a great job of doing great things for so many different teammates in other areas of the game, but in the kicking room, what's that dynamic like with your relationship with him?
I'm actually really thankful for Tim that I got to meet him and build a relationship with him. I actually never had someone show me exactly what to do kicking a football. Like, he's the first person who's ever taught me what to do and what the fundamentals should be and how I should be kicking the ball and where I should be kicking it. So I'm just really thankful for him to show me what to do.
Guys, it's part of that character that we talk about in this room, and Mr. Parker is no different than any other guy, but they're here to help each other, and they have the ultimate goal. They want to win.
That's a great segue, Kev. I was going to ask you, Brandon, how does it feel to be on a team and have guys like Tim Parker and other guys on this team who maybe not even involved in special teams but are willing to help you out and show you the ropes, and so you don't have to worry so much about, fitting in as much on the team, and you can worry about, working on your craft, kicking and playing football.
Right. No, it's great to have a big support behind my back. I mean, I can, even if I don't do that well, my teammates are right there to pick me right back up. When I put my head down, they're there to pick me up, and that's just really great and really important, especially when you only go out on the field a couple times.
True.
Brandon, as you know, things really move really fast in this indoor football league as far as you coming on and the way roster moves are made and just the way things change and football teams change from week to week. Is there an advantage to that, you coming in as quick as you did and going down to Tucson and being with your teammates and then you having to line up and make all these different kicks? Is it easy like that for you to say, okay, you just go out there and kick instead of having to think like, oh my gosh, I got to worry about this and I have to worry about that. You just line up and do what you do, which is kick the ball.
Yeah,
is there an advantage to that?
Yeah, for me, I just like getting in there and doing it, because if I think too much, I feel like that's where I make mistakes. So if I just go in there and do what I do, that's just what happens. I end up kicking the ball good. So.
Do you have a kicker that you're a fan of?
No. I'd say my favorite.
Just Mr. Parker, Coach Parker?
Tim Parker? After myself, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody in the NFL?
No, I can't think of one right now. So.
Brandon, what message would you send to maybe some kids or some, especially some younger football players that might be watching tonight's show that are playing at a smaller school? We think of Bradshaw Mountain. It's a 4A school, but we think of it as a smaller school because it's kind of rural from the Phoenix metro area. Right. And then you played at a smaller college, Yavapai College. Right. Now you're playing professional football. What would you say to a younger kid to say, hey, listen, it doesn't matter where you come from. If you've got enough heart, if you've got enough desire, if you're going to work hard enough and you're going to try to make the right connections and do the right things and do everything you possibly can to make it happen for yourself, that you can do it.
Right. I mean, you can. It doesn't matter where you're from, just as long as you work hard and put the effort in. I mean, someone's going to notice. You're going to get noticed somewhere no matter what. So with film, coaches, everyone knows somebody, and that's how I got to where I am today.
How's that transition been to the 50-yard, this indoor game as compared to playing outdoors? Is it that much of a difference for you as a kicker in what you do?
It's definitely harder to kick indoor just because of I think it's the mentality issue. It's because the field goals are a lot smaller, and it's the mentality you have to have going into it, because in the outdoor game the field goal is a lot bigger, so you don't have as much pressure. Or at least it doesn't feel like that. How is it
as far as planting goes? It's got to be a little bit unique as far as, different from planting on a grass field versus that, kind of it's kind of squishy out there a little bit on that carpet, right? Right. Yeah, it is. It is a little like carpety, but I've played on turf before with soccer and in football in high school, so I'm pretty used to the changes of the field. Yeah.
And it's crazy indoors too, Brandon, like in Tucson, like the Saturday before last. You have to deal with these speakers that are hanging right over the middle of the field. Did you take a look at that and say,
I did.
Okay, I've got to maneuver around these speakers so I don't actually kick into them.
Right. I mean, on kickoff, we tend to kick it lower so we don't have to deal with that, and that's just what you have to deal with going to different stadiums and stuff like that. So
Brandon, let's get into some serious stuff. We know you're getting paid to kick in the IFL, but I'm going to go back to Mr. Parker again. We've seen Tim get ready in pregame with the tank tops out, sun's out, guns out, but he's got the pipes working all the time. And we've seen Mr. Parker make some plays on special teams. And here on Tucson, a couple weeks back, you had to get your nose in there and make a special teams tackle.
Right.
I'm not sure if they got it right statistically, but I had you for a solo, unassisted, and special teams. What's that element of the game like for you to have to get in there and know that you're also another defender in that case when you're on kickoff team?
I mean, I never really had to tackle somebody before, so it was a little scary. But I mean, I did what I had to do. I broke the guy down, and I mean.
Hey, you slowed him down.
Yeah.
And then I think the second time in that game, I think you got an assist in there. Again, hopefully they got that right on the stats. But I had you for a solo and a assist in that game.
I mean, I'm not going to go out there and look dumb. I mean, I got to try. So, yeah.
No, you did great. You came in, you buzzed the feet and everything. You did great like you've been doing it for years.
Right, yeah.
How much grief would Tim give you if you whiffed on that?
I whiffed? I don't know. I mean, I don't see him run much either, so.
Oh.
That joke and that response came from within. That was a clubhouse response. We didn't know where that one came from. What's it like for you as you get to play football basically in your hometown? I know Skylar Clinton, he's a dude in this town. I don't think he's buying coffee anywhere. What's it like for you? Are you able to take advantage and pull from the support that you have in this community?
I do get recognized a lot around town. I mean, it's great to always have support and have people come up and ask me questions. I love talking to the community and, being involved. So that's always nice to be recognized for what I'm doing and be recognized for doing what I love. So
go ahead. I'm sorry, Ed.
No, you're up.
Is there a specific part of your game, Brandon, that you are trying to focus on getting better over these last 2 games of the season?
Just not missing. I don't like that much.
Got you.
I think most kickers don't like to miss.
Right, yeah.
When your job's on the line, if you miss a lot.
Right.
How excited are you to play these last 2 home games, finally against Massachusetts and against Tucson? You got a game on Sunday, and then you got to turn around next Saturday and have another game. So 2 games within 6 days, 2 home games. You finally get to finally get your debut at home.
Right. No, I'm really excited to play in front of my friends, family. It's going to be great.
Do you have any extra ticket requests for this one here?
I have a few.
How many? What's a few?
I'd say at least 10.
10.
Yeah.
10.
That's not a few. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a good.
A few was like 2 or 3.
Every now and then we see you talking to the fans afterwards. I think you've had a chance to sign a couple autographs. Right. I think I've seen. I'm not sure that I've seen this, but I thought I've seen you talking to a couple of the Wrangler cheerleaders every now and then. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, I mean, I am talking to one on the team, so there's that.
All right. Oh, I sniffed that out a long time ago.
You did. Yeah. Well done.
That's all right. Brandon Fisher, our guest here on the Northern Arizona Wranglers Report.
You going to do some quick draw?
It's about time for the little QD right here.
All right, let's go ahead and hit that.
Way back in the frontier days of the old wild, wild west, where the settlers would settle and the outlaws would roam the rugged terrain of
Kevin's
the
the
Southwest
intrepid
from
reporter,
town to
right?
town, saloon to saloon, one would always have to be ready for the unknown, and at any time, you had to be ready for the old quick draw.
This is totally ad-libbed here with David Moran in the house right now. And Eric Sadler rolled out also, a couple guys with beards. Who's got the best beard in that clubhouse?
Probably Eric. I like his, nice and big.
Eric Sadler, double fives.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eric Sadler if he's watching or listening. Great guy, tremendous teammate. So influential for what we do here. He's a true pros pro. All right, your go-to post-game meal. We know you get a lot of pasta before and different sauces and whatnot, salads, the whole bit, the keto that Ed's getting ready to jump on. But what's your go-to post-game meal?
Post-game meal, if I can have it, my mom's tacos.
Mom's tacos, what? Beef, chicken?
Beef.
Beef.
Or carne asada tacos.
So carne asada.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's another level. That's another level.
My mom's carne asada.
Your mom's carne.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't be any carne asada.
Yes.
I'm with you on that one. All right. Do you have a particular warm-up routine?
No, just get loose, kick the ball a few times, until I feel, loose enough, ready.
It's kind of a whole home thing. Let's go. Hey, you're on. Go ahead and just kick it.
Right.
No thinking. Just put it down. Give me a good snap.
Yeah.
And what's it like working? What's that other dynamic like working with St. Jones and then Caden Walters, your holder?
I mean, big props to them. I couldn't do what I do without them, especially Caden getting those snaps that might not be perfect right down the middle. he's getting them down for me. That way I don't have to worry about anything. Just kick it. So.
Have you ever tried to kick barefoot?
No, I haven't.
Never.
No.
Especially up here in the cool country.
Right. I'd imagine it kind of hurts.
A lot of people do it. I mean, it used to be a thing back in the day. Tony Franklin, one guy that comes to mind. With this whole bit about coaches icing kickers, Timmy, I mean, what's the deal here? What's your take when a coach wants to ice you down?
It actually makes me feel a little better about myself, just because I know that they're trying to mess me up, but it doesn't really affect me that much. It just actually brings my spirit up a little bit, knowing that someone's trying to mess me up.
Well, they think of you as a threat at that point, right?
Right, exactly, yeah.
So you're like, all right, that's cool, let's do this.
Discouraged or anything,
yeah.
You know?
Gives you some confidence thinking, hey, they're a little bit concerned here about my ability to make this kick.
Exactly, yeah. So I know I'm a threat, yeah.
For fun, you get there and you do social media and you have somebody tee it up, or you start drilling them over there at Bradshaw Mountain High School on that turf. What's the longest you've ever hit one?
In practice, I'd probably say maybe like a 60-something.
60-something.
Something around
That's pretty legit. Anything past 60, I think, is in the sweet spot. 63 is an NFL record. Hey, he's got a leg. It's our man right here, our kicker for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. It is Brandon Fisher. We call him Fish. Do they call you Fish?
Yes,
what do they call you? Imagine a guy named Fisher being called Fish by his teammates.
Yeah, Fish with the CH, SCH.
All right. Brandon, thanks for being our guest. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you.
Northern Arizona Wranglers kicker Brandon Fisher joining us here on the Wranglers Roundup. Great stuff from the special teams unit as always there. One more time, we're going to throw it over to Ed Cole. He's got some words of wisdom on our host for the Wranglers Roundup, the Colt Grill, as we get ready to bring on our final guest of the evening, Mr. Rob Brown.
James, I could go unlimited words of wisdom for the Colt Grill, but we'll just keep it really short because we got Rob Brown coming up. So if you're looking for an amazing and fun dining experience here in Prescott Valley and in other locations, Colt Grill is the spot for you. The menu here at Colt Grill is phenomenal. Burgers, pulled pork, baby back ribs, brisket. This menu goes a mile long. So you go ahead and go on www.coltgrill.com and check out that menu. It is absolutely mouth-watering. You'll look at the menu and say, I got to come to this place or places, depending on where you are. The Colt Grill's in 2 locations here in Prescott Valley, one in Old Town Cottonwood. They're working on one in downtown Prescott, and a 4th one that's coming on the way in Sedona. Again, go to www.coltgrill.com to get a better look at the menus and locations. And if you're in need of someone to cater an upcoming event, if you need some really good food at your event, no matter what it is, the great folks here at the Colt Grill can take care of that, and you'll have a phenomenal time. Food-wise, your event will be spectacular because your guests will be happy, and you'll be happy because the food is great, courtesy of the Colt Grill.
Fantastic stuff right there from the Northern Arizona Wranglers color analyst, Mr. Ed Cole. Thank you, Ed, for that. Let's go over to KDB one more time as he is standing by with running back Rob Brown.
I will say this about the Colt Grill. Every single time I walk up here with my gear, the aroma gets me every time. It is absolutely incredible. You've got to take the time and sample the Colt Grill. It is really a tremendous experience. Rob Brown, Brownie we call him. How are you, Brownie?
I'm doing fine. Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely. We're going to go right into one of these questions. They always try to define a running back and describe a running back, but I read a piece recently on you, and they said you're a scat back. So your thought on the whole term of scat back, I see some probability to it, but then I don't know if you guys like that stereotype. I see you blow some people up every now and then, too, so I don't see scat backs doing that.
Me personally, I never called myself a scat back. I always kept the title running back because that's what we do. We run the ball, and we're expected to run the ball hard, you know. So I take pride in that part of running. Like, I don't know about scat. Like, it make you seem like scat, like you're running away from people.
Right.
I mean,
I just didn't agree with the term. I didn't think you were going to buy into it either. And so I thought, let's just go ahead and find out what this idea is of this scat back, third down back, all these kind of things. You're a dual threat guy. I mean, you're able to run the ball with effectiveness, and you're also a very good receiver. If you would, kind of describe your game here in the indoor football league.
Oh, man, this indoor game it was like it was built for me. It's just like, because we have the running back that can play receiver as well, so it's like no drop-off on the offense if you got that type of back. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, you just add another dimension to this offense already, another wrinkle, if you will, that you have that ability to catch balls down the field. I think you have a couple touchdown receptions to go with a couple on the ground. So you found the end zone several times this year. What's that feeling like when you finally break one through and you get in the end zone?
It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. It's like it's like we stay up all week waiting for that moment, you know. So it's a great feeling.
You play with your brother on the team as well. We got a couple of Browns. At one point, we had like 4 or 5 Browns. It was literally the Brown law firm.
Yes, it was.
But right now, it's Rob Brown and Robert Brown Jr. So your brother Rob, I mean, he says he's the more handsome of the two. When I talk to him, what's that all about, man? What, you guys are both handsome dudes, but it's Big Brother.
I don't know what he's talking about, you know.
So you guys came from Kentucky, the Bluegrass State. What are you guys doing in Kentucky, man?
Oh, man, that's a long journey. Well, we're from Daytona Beach, Florida, you know, and we had our high school coach, our defensive back coach. He was a Burt coach, and he played at the college up in Kentucky.
Okay.
And one day he was just like, man, y'all really good. Y'all ever think about going to college? We like, no, but now, yes. Now that you ask, yes.
Open the door, and we're going to walk through it,
so
right?
He made some things happen, and next thing you know, the coach up there was interested in me and Burt, and that's how it started. And we ended up at Union College.
Union College, and you know how unique is that every level that you guys have played football at, they seem to take not one but both of you. They take the pair of you, and that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to add bodies to play football at any level. Even if you're in a fantasy league, you're like, I got to get 2 owners, man. Let's start with the Browns because they're going to give you 2 right there.
Yeah.
So how fun has that been to play with your brother throughout the years? And it's a 2-part question. How rewarding has that been for your parents to be able to enjoy that?
Oh, man, it's been a blast. I kid you not. It's like one of the best. I can't ask for nothing more like to play with my brother, my twin brother. Both of us enjoyed the journey along the way. It's been just a blessing.
Different positions, too.
Yeah.
So.
At one point, we played the same position down in Pop Warner, but different positions now.
Now, how has that worked? Did you guys both play on the offensive side of the ball?
Yeah, he played running back first, actually.
Okay.
And I was more of okay, whatever my brother do, I want to do. I can do better type.
Oh.
So I played running back. And then he started playing defensive back, and then I went to play defensive back.
Okay.
So I was kind of almost following him around the field almost. Mm-hmm. But once I converted to running back, it was just okay, I just scored 6 touchdowns. You can have the tackling.
Right.
Know, and that was it.
You like the glory of getting the 6
Yeah,
and you can pick up a couple tackles. We know the offensive guys, in particular the quarterbacks, those skill guys are always getting the extra stuff, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rob, I was going to ask you, how competitive was it with you and Burt growing up as brothers? Like once you started getting into sports and you found a similarity of things that you like football. How competitive was it? Like you trying to run up your brother and Burt's trying to one up you on different things.
It was unbelievably competitive. You would not understand. If I hit a shot, he got to hit the shot in the same spot. If he do a certain dunk, I got to go do the same dunk. If I run this fast, he got to run this fast. So it was we pushed each other each and every day, multiple sports. It was just fun. It was a blast.
5'8". Mr. Brown stands at 5'8", and he's putting him down with authority. The last guy I could think of that size, I mean, it's 5'7". Spud Webb won the slam dunk contest in the NBA a few years back.
That's
right. But a 5'8" guy that can play above the rim, that's impressive.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Rob,
yes,
I just love the way you run the ball, brother. You just run. You just know where you want to go, and when you hit that hole, you hit it hard. I love the determination when Verlon hands that ball off to you. You know where you want to go, or if you do not, if that hole does not open up for you, or where you thought you were going to go, you'll make concessions to go other places. So I like the determination and your vision and what you want to do and where you want to go on the football field.
Yes, sir. Vision is very important when you come down to running back, and I pride myself on my vision because that was one of my best assets coming from high school to college. You know, I was always small, but I always had great vision. So I told myself, if I can catch my body up with my vision, I might be a decent running back, you know. So it was a blast, but I always had the great vision. And I don't know, I just have a foresight for just seeing where everyone is on the field before the play and knowing which pieces can affect the run the most and who can't. And that's how I go from there.
What are the advantages of being 5'8"?
Oh, I can hide behind the O-lineman. That's my biggest advantage. If I really want to, sometimes I get real low, and they don't see me until I'll just pop out from behind the O-lineman. They're oh, you can tell they're just off balance.
There he goes.
That's
Rob,
when
what's the mindset when you come out of that huddle, you come up to the line of scrimmage? In the indoor football league, you know that it's an 80-20 split run to pass. and you know that 80 is the passing part.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes 90 to 10 it used to be in the indoor game. It shifted a little bit now, knowing that every carry is so much more important than the outdoor game.
Yes.
What's that mindset like for you when you break that huddle and say, if I'm going to get the rock this time, I'm going to bounce this sucker?
I'm so locked in because, like you said, we're going to get a couple run plays. So if we do get the run called, I'm so locked in. Like, I have to get so many amount of yards on this run play. Like, I have to, be productive on this run play. And if we're passing the ball, then that's great too, because I'm involved in the passing game as well. So it's just like it's like a win-win situation.
Right. I like it. I like it.
I often I ask DJ Calhoun one of his favorite moments about playing the game of football, whether it be a big stick or lighting up the quarterback or a TFL. For you as an offensive player, what's it like for you to make a play? Do you like to catch one out in the flat and make a move and then take it to the house, or do you like to run over a guy or take 2 or 3 tacklers with you? What's your favorite moment or play in the game?
It would have to be me with the ball, like in open space with a few defenders I can make miss. Like, if I can get turned around and square it off, oh man, I love that situation because I know I have the advantage.
Let's be honest, you in space is a mismatch for everybody else, right?
Yes,
it always has been.
Always.
Yes,
I could picture you playing maybe point guard if you're playing hoops and just running the floor. Again, you in space is just a mismatch for the defense.
Oh yeah, I'm throwing the ball out front and just running.
Have you got an alley-oop to your brother to stuff? Have you guys done that before?
Oh yeah.
Routine?
Oh man, we thought we were basketball players at first until we stopped growing. So like I said, we played basketball like from growing up all the way until we started playing football. When we found football, it was like, okay, Mom, we want to do that. And that was a wrap. Like, my best friend actually introduced us to football growing up. So it was in Little League, and he was running touchdowns up that field, and we was like, oh my gosh, they do this with kids? So after that, we wanted in on that. So
which one of you guys is faster?
Oh man,
because he's got that defensive back speed, right?
He thinks he's faster. I don't know, because he don't have a ball in his hand. He just running free. So he think he's fast, but
we're gonna settle that when we come back from commercial here in just a minute.
I feel like I'm the quicker one out of the two. I know that for a fact.
When you guys aren't playing football, what are you doing, and how do you spend your off time?
Oh man, we're not playing football. We're back home working out, taking care of the fam, working. Trying to keep everything in order. With the outside world. Because when we're here for the couple months, we got to check in the football. It's all business. So when we get off, we go try to catch up on everything that we missed, for the last couple months.
Mm-hmm. Rob, how exciting is it to be a Northern Arizona Wrangler?
Oh, it's very exciting, man. A blessing, It's been great. Like, my experience has been great out here the whole time. Like, I know we're going through, some ups and downs in the win column, but as a team, man, it's been a blast.
Rob, it's so much more than the wins and losses, especially with an expansion franchise like the Northern Arizona Wranglers right here. You getting to play with your brother. That doesn't happen every day, let's face it. Yeah. What has been your favorite moment so far as a Northern Arizona Wrangler? Was it a bus trip back, or was it a plane ride? Was it a little post-game party? What was it?
We beat Tucson.
Okay. All right.
That's pretty good feeling.
Yeah, that was
great.
That was probably the greatest feeling. That was probably the greatest feeling, man.
All right. Fair enough.
That was such an incredible victory, and to be in the barn that night, to have all that pressure released at one time, to finally say, hey, we got in the victory circle. That was an electric moment, no doubt about it.
I think we beat Coach B up so bad. It was crazy. We had a blast, though.
You play this game injured. You play football, you're going to have to play with a nick or 2 or 3.
Yes, sir.
You take your fair shots this year, but how's your health now as you go into Massachusetts here Sunday? Sunday.
I'll make it. I'm about 95-ish, with football, you're going to take some nicks and bangs. It's all about getting to rehab, getting into the training room, and, taking care of your body the right way so the sooner the better you can be back, And
guys, my last one for Rob is who makes you better in practice? What Wrangler on the other side of the field there defensively pushes you a little bit and makes you practice a little bit harder with a little bit more passion?
I would have to say my brother. He's the leader on the team. He gives the fire, the energy each and every day, and I look up to that, because I'm more quieter a little bit. I kind of lead by example, but I look up to that, and I need that. Like, some players, like, I enjoy having them around, he makes me like want to be great, each and every day out there.
That's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Props to you, brother. That really is. That's cool.
That's great stuff.
Again,
right
part
there,
of that makeup of the people in here, it's just so unique.
It is.
With these characters.
The character.
In here. Yeah,
Yes.
tremendous.
Some of the best part of doing this show, guys, all year long is really getting to know you guys on a personal level and about your background and all. And you notice we come on here, we talk a little bit of football, but we don't talk a whole lot of football, really, football when we're on here. We just like talking about you guys and your experiences. So it's been very enjoyable, to say the least.
No question, James.
You ready for quick draw, Kay?
We're going to do it one more time.
All right.
Usually we have it set up for 2, but this is our last quick draw segment of the campaign.
Oh, wow.
And so we're just going to kind of take the best of the best from all of them, and it's going to be right out of the dome.
I like it.
Hopefully we can come up with some good questions right here.
I'm going to hit play right now.
Way back in the frontier days of the old wild, wild west, where the settlers would settle and the outlaws would roam the rugged terrain of the Southwest from town to town, saloon to saloon, one would always have to be ready for the unknown, and at any time, you had to be ready for the old quick draw.
All right, here we go. I think we know the answer to this one, but we're going to just have some fun with it. Who is the best rapper on the team? That's a loaded question. I know. It's loaded. Coach Moran knows the answer to this.
We got a few.
All right. From what you've heard.
From what I've heard, I would have to say Zeke Coven.
Zeke Coven.
Fair enough.
He was the guy that we were thinking about.
Yeah,
Okay.
my man got a nice flow. He got a nice flow.
All right. We want to hear some Zeke Coven.
Yeah, we need to get a clip of that or lay some of that down next time, maybe.
Rob,
Yeah, y'all
Rob,
gotta
who does he
do
remind
that.
you of as far as a rapper?
As far as a rapper,
Who's his style like?
he's a big guy. He got a good flow to him. I just compare him to Biggie.
I was going to say Biggie Smalls.
Yeah,
too
yeah,
easy,
Smalls,
right?
yeah, for
Biggie's
real.
too easy.
For real.
NFL team. You have a favorite NFL squad?
I do. Dallas Cowboys.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yes, sir.
So Zeke Coven's from Texas. He didn't want to have to be the guy to pick between Houston and Dallas, but without any hesitation, you go all Cowboys all the time.
Yes, sir. All the time. Win, lose, draw.
You Dak Prescott guy, Ezekiel Elliott. Who's
Big
your guy?
Dak fan. Big Dak fan.
Dak
Ezekiel,
Prescott
bro.
out of Texas A&M, kind of an underappreciated quarterback. He came in
Yeah.
unheralded. They didn't think he could do this. They told me he couldn't do that. And all that guy has done is just shred the NFL. Obviously, he's coming back up that big-time leg injury. But
Yeah.
it's the Dallas Cowboys for Rob Brown Jr. All right.
Yes, sir.
What is your go-to musician, if you were going to pick one outside of Zeke Coven Henderson, if you're going to just listen to somebody that you might pay and download a couple tracks, who's going to be in your iPod, Rob?
As of lately, I've been listening to Rod Wave. I've been a big fan of him for a while now.
Did you have a moment at all to view the Olympics, which was the worst-rated Olympics in our history of viewing sports?
Was
but
it really?
did you have a chance to take a look at the Olympics at any time?
Yeah, I had a chance. I caught a few videos.
Yeah, any event that caught your eye, or any gold medal achievement, anything like that?
I saw a few gold medals. I saw Sunny Lee. She won gold.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Gymnastics?
Gymnastics. So I didn't really have a lot of time to see who all won gold out there this year.
All right. When it comes to wearing the jewelry, you a gold chain guy, a ring guy, all ice? What's your preference? Let's just say there's a bunch of cash on the table, and we can start buying some jewelry here. What are you going to be buying? You going to buy diamonds? You going to go for gold?
I'll probably go for gold. I'm not too extreme with the jewelry, so I'll just have probably a necklace, maybe a watch, like that. I don't do too many rings though.
So if you stay low profile, then your brother he's gonna get a big diamond bracelet or something, right? A medallion with his number on it, something.
Yeah, that's him.
Running back stay low profile, Kev. Not a lot of drag there. They want
Yeah,
to get
okay.
caught up
I'll go
on
with that. And then last one for you here on Quick Draw: flip-flops or Birkenstocks or Crocs. I've seen a lot of teammates wearing Crocs. So if you're just gonna go easy, you're just gonna show up. What's gonna be the shoe of choice, man?
I'm more flip-flop guy.
Flip-flop, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The Crocs for the younger generation.
You're from Florida, right? You're
Yeah.
from Florida.
Yes,
So
sir.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right. Rob Brown Jr., our guest, guys.
Fantastic stuff
Thank
right
you
there
guys
from
for
having me.
Rob
Thank you,
Brown. Running back for the Northern Arizona Wranglers, joining us here on the Wranglers Roundup. Mr. Ed Cole is going to tell us one more time about Findlay Toyota in Prescott.
I'd be glad to. Serbs, Prescott Valley, Chino Valley, and Cottonwood. Findlay Toyota Prescott does. They've got a huge inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles So whatever you want, they've got it for you. Nothing but the best technicians in the business in the entire world provides you the best maintenance money can buy. This dealership has a comprehensive parts department, so you're ensured to have the highest quality parts in your vehicle when it's time for it to get serviced. Findlay Toyota's won multiple awards. Thank you, brother. Including the President's Award from Toyota Motor Sales, Car Guru's Top-Rated Dealer Award for 2020. Carfax's Top-Rated Dealer for 2020, and the 2019 Consumer Satisfaction Award from Dealer Rater. Thanks, fellas. You can get pre-qualified in a matter of seconds, either online at www.findlaytoyotaprescott.com. Thanks, Rob. Or in person with their top-notch sales personnel, live broadcasting. What are you going to do? Folks, I can talk forever, of course, about Findlay Toyota Prescott, as we've done it twice tonight. We can do it 20 more times, but you've got to check this place out for yourself. Seriously. Again, visit www.findlaytoyotaprescott.com, in person at 3200 Willow Creek Road in Prescott, or call them at 888-834-0165.
Findlay Toyota right here in Prescott. Thank you, Ed, so much for that great information. Guys, it's been another fantastic show. It's been a great inaugural season here for the Northern Arizona Wranglers. Obviously, we talked about the win and loss column, but that's not what's important here. It's about developing this team, developing the character of this squad, and they are well underway with doing that, my friends.
I agree. Under the leadership of Landrick Brody and his coaching staff, these young men are primed and ready for greater things come 2022 and beyond. They are in really good position. We will finish these last two games out against Massachusetts and Tucson, these two home games, and we will get ready for the offseason and come back next season ready, renewed, and ready to go for the second season.
People say it differently, right? But it's the people that make the difference. It's the people along the way, the characters in this room, the coaches. I want to thank Trey and Chris Medlock and all the boys, the Medlocks. They were just fantastic all season long. Great support here by the Colt Grill. Really can't say enough about the sponsorship of the players and their attendance here tonight in the last couple of weeks. In adverse situations, they're still coming out. They're talking to the community. They're talking football with us. And it's telling, again, it's a testament to how strong these people are. And so thank you to the entire Northern Arizona Wranglers organization. James, thank you to you and Ed. It's been a lot of fun to do the Northern Arizona Wrangler show with you guys. And thanks for accommodating me and Greer last week. It was a couple weeks back. It's just been a lot of fun to be with this great group of people and guys like yourself. So thank you.
I agree. Thank you, Kevin.
Well, I echo those sentiments as well, guys. We want to thank the Medlocks for having us on board here this season and welcoming us into the Northern Arizona Wranglers family. It's been our pleasure to be the broadcast team. We're not done yet. We got two more games to go, guys. We mentioned this Sunday at 3:05 p.m. kickoff against the Massachusetts Pirates, and then the following Saturday will be a 6:05 p.m. kickoff against the Tucson Sugar Skulls, and that'll be the final game of the inaugural 2021 season. Thanks again to everyone who tuned in tonight. For our guest who joined us here this evening, Coach Landrick Brody. We had Brandon Fisher, the kicker, on with us, defensive lineman Zeke, Coven, Henderson, and we're also joined by running back Rob Brown. A fantastic season. Once again, thank you to everyone who was a part of this. Thanks again to the Colt Grill for having us and feeding us all year long with some delicious food. It's been nothing but a pleasure. For my broadcast partners, Ed Cole and Kevin Derryberry, I'm James Poovey saying so long from beautiful Prescott Valley, Arizona. We got two more games to go. We're going to get hopefully a win here in the last two, and we will look forward to the 2022 season. Everyone have a great night. Take care, and we will talk to you soon. We'll see you this Sunday at Findlay Toyota Center, 3:05 kickoff against the Pirates. Have a great night.
Go Wranglers.
Good night.